Welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. I want to show you what I see in the Bitcoin price chart, a powerful indicator that could very well be showing us that the top of the cycle either may be in or we don't have much time left. It's a powerful indicator. Hope you pay attention to this. If it sounds interesting, drop that like, give me a subscribe. This is not financial advice. Now, the indicator that we're looking at down here is called ASO, the Average Sentiment Oscillator. I think I'm saying that right. It's an oscillator. Oscillator, yeah. So I'll show you how to grab this up in a moment because this is telling us a fascinating story. And it really is not something to play about with. I've got Bitcoin on the monthly time frame, and it's showing us basically how does this work? How does the average sentiment oscillator work? It basically tells us when this market is overbought or oversold. And you can see every time we've seen the tops of the cycles, so one being here, one being here, and one being here, we've always seen this blue line stretch right up here to a level of at least 81. Now I'm going to draw this line here so you can see on the right hand side it says 81. The highest we saw it go was this 2017's bull cycle. It went raging, right? Actually, let me just quickly do this. So when we're at the top, you can tell because we see this blue line sort of, well, this had two tops. We had a top here and it had a top there. That kind of formed like a bearish divergence, meaning that the second time it did a top, this didn't go as high and then it came tumbling down, right? But when it's going downwards in a bear market, the blue line comes down, this red line comes up, it crosses, and then it sort of marks the bear market. And notice how when this red line peaks at its highest, this is the bottom of the market, right? So this is a powerful indicator to spot the tops and the bottoms of the market, especially when things are overbought and oversold at its highest peak as well. So this blue line starts to come up, it crosses with the red line, it comes above. Look at this massive bull rally that we're having right back 2017, and this was the highest we've been able to see it so far. So if I bring this green line up, that's sort of the highest, and it's at a level of 83. We have never seen this average sentiment oscillator. I think I'm saying it right. Oscillator? I want to say oscillator. We've never seen it come this high. This was the highest it's been, in its entire history, right? And that's this sort of area here marked the top for the Bitcoin price. Now, take a look at 2021 cycle, 2021, went flying all the way up, and you can see here, look, we saw the oscillator come up to here, or this indicator come to here. Look, and again, we saw the cross of the red, which means when the red comes down and the blue comes up, shows that we're in a massive rally, and this marked the top up here, like bang, bang. But again, we saw some form of a bearish divergence. So a bearish divergence is where price action goes up and it makes another high, and the indicator makes a high and then a lower high. So essentially what you're seeing is you're seeing price action go like this, and you're seeing an indicator go like this, and it kind of signals like a weak, it's like a weak signal in the market to confirm that no new money's coming in. There's not much hype coming in anymore. People are just taking the money, putting it in other things. There's no new money coming in, so therefore eventually people are just going to sell and they're going to dump the market. And this is what people usually look for. It's a very powerful indicator to look for in the market, a bearish divergence. And like I said to you before, we saw one here, right, in the price. So, and this was a big one as well. So I can use this as an example to show you. So if you take this right here, you had a high, then another high, and then you had and it doesn't always happen. You had a high on the indicator and then a lower high on the indicator. There's your bearish divergence, which then led on to a massive crash in the market after that, straight down here, about 80% dump, right? So what am I looking for with this? Because when you look at it just like this as a whole, it looks like we've kind of done most of what we're seeing in a bull cycle, this whole ride up with the whole blue line going up as well. It looks like we've kind of seen that already, because every time we see this blue go up like this and then we see the price action go up, it's always the top of the cycle. So, and I'm looking here, we've already seen this massive blue ride up, we've seen the price go up, Is that it, really? It's like, is 73K, 74K really the highest it could get? Well, look close. This green line was the highest this went. So it's one of two things, and I really want you to really take this serious, right? Because I'm looking down here, I'm starting to see this red line curve, right? And notice every time this red line curves, again, let's take a look at it. When this red line curves and starts to come up, that spills the beans at the end of the cycle. Look, right here, this starts to curve and come down. At the top of every cycle that we see, this red line down here start to curve. Look, down here, red line starting to curve up. And look at what's happened at the market up here. Oh, hold on a minute. Every time we see that happen, we're seeing the market turn around. So let me get rid of this bearish divergence because you understand it. We don't want this to happen with Bitcoin. Well, we're already seeing it with Bitcoin. We're seeing a curve come up, and now we're starting to see the price curve down. Is it possible? Let me just come back and have a look at this one here, right? So when we saw this curve come up on the red lines, this is where you see this first sell-off here, where it starts to really sell off. Maybe that's what we've already experienced. I don't know. But if it keeps coming up, then that's it. You are in a bear market. The bear market started because this red line, every time it comes up, it always meets with this price action of coming down. We still have a bit of window, like a window of hope, a window of opportunity. And I'm hoping that this blue line, like it's come up, the highest was 83. There's still hope for this indicator to sort of rebound and sort of come up like this and then touch this 83 level. And that could be its last final hurrah. Like I said to you before, if there was going to be one final massive move up, this is the window gap that we have. We don't have a lot of window gap because I've never seen it go higher than this, unless it shows us this time, it proves me wrong this time and it can go really higher. But there is still a tiny window gap for it to happen. Now, I can't promise it's going to happen. Why? Because in the last cycle, it didn't happen. Look at this. Last cycle, it went down to here. What was this? And a 77. So there's a slight opportunity. There's a slight. What's the word? There's a slight chance that we may have already seen the top, because this right here, this blue line marked the top over here. And look at where we are as well. We're kind of playing in that territory of the 77 level. So I'm watching this firmly, right? I think it's something that we really need to pay attention to, because if this red line starts to come up, blue line comes down, and then it crosses like it always does here, cross, then, that's it. We've seen the top. And it really sucks. It sounds stupid. It sounds annoying. It sounds like I'm saying stupid things because it's like, it should be going higher. But this indicator is nothing to play about with. It really isn't. It's because it's telling us, it practically speaks where the top of the cycle is, and it practically speaks where the bottom of the cycle is. And a lot of the times the bottom of the cycle has been around this level here, and I'm going to change this a different color so we can see like a purple, so we can clearly see the tops and the bottoms of the cycles. The bottom of the cycle is always where this purple line is. Well, let's have a quick look, right? Or near enough. Actually, we can bring it down a bit, because I'm looking at these peaks here. There's a peak here that didn't go as high, right? We want some indicators we want like sort of like a precise indication of where the bottom could be. So we know when this red line comes up. So in the future, when this red line comes up, if it comes up to here, this line here, that could be a sign that the bottom is in. Or if it just peaks a little bit through it, it could be a sign that the bottom is in, right? In the future. Same thing if this comes up to here, right? If not what I'm trying to show you, if it comes up to this green line, that could be a sign that the bottom is in. But I'm going to keep an eye on this. I really am going to keep an eye on it, because I think it's important to watch. But there is still room. Like I said, if this can turn around and come up to this green line, there is still room, there's still hope. Take a look at this. So this is the 3-day time frame. I've been showing you guys this SMA 100, 200 on the 3 days, right? And we're still holding support on this green line. I was worried about this wick here because we've never pierced this green line in a bull trend, but it seems to be holding strength. Let's see if it can continue to hold it and bounce off it and keep going. Let's see if it can reach as high as of what I was showing you in a bull flag up to 140k. This is where the marker is, right? And that if it comes up to here and we do see one final move upwards, then that could be what what happens here, where this blue line comes up to this green dotted line, and that spills the final end, the final hurrah of this market, and it's over. And at that point, you best be prepared to take profits. You best be prepared to take some decent money out of this crypto space. I'm going to be guiding Patreons, letting them know when to take profits, or at least when I'm taking profits. At the end of the day, I can't force people what to do. I can only show them the opportunity of what I do. I've already taken massive gains out of this crypto space at the top back in March, or at its prior top, right? 73k was its highest, and Patreon saw that, right? And I made a time capsule video and it went up. If you don't want to miss this stuff and see my indicators, because all it just takes one alert. That's all it takes with me. One serious alert. And that one serious alert is going to tell you when I'm getting out, right? And when I'm getting out and I'm showing you all of the coins that I'm looking to sell, if I'm selling the full bag or a portion of it, all it takes is one sign, right? Now, if you want my sell alerts, it comes with this package here. You get buy, sell, you get all the alerts. You don't miss nothing. The crypto exclusive VIP partner tier. And if you can afford it, my next tier above is the CEO tier. Gives you access to the VIP Telegram group. I talk to people over there before I buy a lot of stuff. So yeah, you know, come check it out. A lot of helpful people in the group. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.